Time for Your Music Live here on Studio Live today. 2 hours of some of the best independent music from all around the world. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do it.
Your music, your music, your music live. Your music, your music, your music live.
Yells, Your Music Live is on the air, brought to you by our wonderful friends at DistroKid. If you are an independent artist and you want to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer, a whole bunch of places, DistroKid got you covered. Use the link up there or down in the description. Save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. It's very, very cool. Now, let's jump in here and get ourselves cracking with our first track. This is a debut song here on Your Music Live. An artist by the name of PA, which stands for Pronounce It Alternative. Well, I'll do that. This is a very, very cool track. It is called Pandoras Box, and it's going to kick us off here today on Your Music Live.
Why do you think everything's just the way it is?
Nobody's feeling that way. We become what we create.
Why do you think that society's offending some?
Nobody is born that way. We become what we create.
Under the silence is a big black magic box,
Hiding all the fears inside. Hiding all the tears inside.
imagination is creating just a mess to hide.
Imagination is creating just a past inside.
Imagination is creating just a pest inside.
Hiding all the fears inside. Hiding all the tears inside.
White, mind, find, fight, tried, cried, hide. We pretend to be beautiful. We pretend to look beautiful. Inside we are ghostly. Never open Pandoras Box. We pretend to be beautiful. We pretend to look beautiful. Why do you think everything's just the way it is?
Nobody's feeling that way. We become what we create.
Why do you think that society's offending some?
Nobody is born that way. We become what we create.
Under the silence is a big black magic box,
Hiding all the fears inside. Hiding all the tears inside.
imagination is creating just a mess to hide. Imagination is creating just a past inside. Imagination is creating just a mess to hide. We pretend to be beautiful. We pretend to look beautiful. Inside we are ghostly. Never open Pandora's Box. We pretend to be beautiful. We pretend to look beautiful. Inside we are ghostly. Never open Pandora's Box.
What a way to kick us off here on Your Music Live for another week. Very, very cool indeed from PA. And they say, dedicated to the people wanting to face the monster under their bed, travel back to the day and change their story. I believe that opening old wounds are the best way to heal the soul from wrong beliefs. We need the darkness to become the light. Yeah, I love it. Found. I heard that song on Slaps during the week, and again, sometimes we get folks who send music in here. Sometimes I just hear a song on Slaps and just reach out to the artist and say, hey, I got this little show called Your Music Live. Can we play one of your songs? Please submit it. And thankfully, PA went ahead and did that. And yeah, very, very cool. We hope to hear from her again in the future. Speaking of people that we have heard from before and we're going to hear from now, I love it when a plan comes together. What was that from? Was that from the A-Team? I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when we get collaborations between a couple of different artists that we've played here on the show before. And I'm not taking credit for it, but sometimes you folks meet here and then you go away and you combine your talents and you come up with something that's, the sum of the parts. What is that whole thing? Is greater than the individual. Anyway, this is Ron and Jeremy. Ron and Jeremy. Slip. Ron and Jenny at Wolfstone Studio, and they've teamed up with an artist. So they've said, "Hi Pete, we've been listening to 15th Bend on your show for quite a while now and really enjoy the music. We found one of his instrumentals called Rise, had room for vocals. We asked if we could work on that. He graciously said yes, and here is the finished product called Lonely Soul Tonight. We hope you enjoy it, and maybe in the future we can collaborate with 15th Bend again. If you can start the track at 20 seconds, that would be great. I can do better than that. I can start it at 19 seconds, and then we'll ramp it up here and give it a play. So let's take a listen to this one, shall we? This is Wolfstone Studio and 15th Bend with Lonely Soul Tonight on Your Music Live. How good is that? You got Ron's dulcet tones there, and then you've got the awesome, clean, crisp guitar tones over the top there. What a great collaboration, and well done to all concerned and involved there. Yeah, again, it is so cool. It fills me. It warms the cockles when we have collaborations like that, because it is just so gosh darn cool. Speaking of gosh darn cool things, we've got another first timer here on Your Music Live. Again, I always say we love the usual suspects. I love you all to bits, but it is cool when we have some brand new stuff here. And this one's a bit special, I've got to tell you. I heard this one during the week. This is from Bryson Maggard, who says, "This is my take on the Johnny Cash classic, reimagined in a minor key. I recorded it all with some of my best friends in our college campus. We wanted to find a way to tell the story of the lyrics in a more accurate way to the dark tone," which is very, very cool. So this is the classic Cash tune. It's called Folsom Prison Blues, and this is Bryson Maggard here on Your Music Live.
Hear the train coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. and I hear the whistle blowing down to San Antonio. Now when I was just a baby, my mama, she told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you play around with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that old freight train, I hang my head and I cry.
The amount of talent in that room of those young players is just, my goodness. It's you can sense it, can't you? Yeah, just amazingly well done. Nothing quite like a band recording together in the round, just mic'd up and then just doing their thing. And the first time I heard that, again, I heard it over on slaps.com, which we'll talk about today, again, because we'll be talking about our friends at DistroKid. They run a service called slaps.com. It's free. You can join up and you can have your tunes on there and play them. But yeah, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, yeah, we need to get that in our life. We need to have that in our ear holes. Sorry, I know some people don't like it when I say ear holes, but very, very cool. Yes, I agree. Yeah, round of applause, right? Yeah, that was awesome. If you're new to the show, welcome. There's a couple of links that I want you to check out. I want you to check out the link to our sponsors, DistroKid, because if you're an independent musician and you want to release your music to all the streaming and services and platforms in the world, DistroKid are the place to go. And if you want to participate, if you want to be involved in Your Music Live, jump down into the description. StudioLiveToday.com/YML. You can share your tune and be considered for a future show, just like the friends that we're about to play now. This is Night Fights Day. We're going to go over to the Cloud of Sounds, otherwise known as SoundCloud, to find this one. And sometimes we get long introductions to songs, and sometimes we get short ones. And this one says, I wrote this at midnight on GarageBand. Unfortunately, Night Fights Day, I've got a track not found. So we're going to have to push past that one. But if you're around and you see this and you go, oh no, my track, then please resubmit, because I'd be happy to play your tune. So instead, we'll stay on the Cloud of Sounds and we'll grab a tune. Now, if you heard the opening theme, the Your Music, Your Music, Your Music Live, and you thought that was kind of cool, that is done by our one and only, basically the Studio Live Today house band. I'm going to call it. I'm going to say right here and right now. It is Cronksong, and it's Mark Lovell, aka Cronksong, and he says this week, hi Pete, hope you're well. I am well. Here is another short Cronksong. It's about addiction. Spending too much time staring at a screen is too easy, and there is so much out there to see. I hope you like it. This is from Mark, aka Cronksong. We'll wait for, oh look at this, we've got an ad on the Cloud of Sounds. See, this is why slaps.com is so cool, is you have no ads. So we'll just we'll refresh there so that we don't play the ad, and then we'll give this one a spin. This is Cronksong with Cloud Surfing here on Your Music Live.
Cloud surfing, that's what we all do. We're on the lookout for something new. We go incognito with free
A little bit of cloud surfing with our friend Cronksong. And if there's anyone, I've said this before, if there's anyone that should be getting their music out there using DistroKid so that we can play all the Cronksong in the world, it is our friend Mark Cronksong Lovell. Because if you notice there, it is version 4 of the Cronksong. That's because he's got so many songs on the Cloud of Sounds, he's got 4 different accounts there. Which, hey, it's what we do. But yeah, very, very cool tune. And thank you again to Cronksong for everything you do for me and for this channel. It is very darn cool, and we appreciate you greatly. Someone else that we appreciate greatly is the one and only Marcus Cannell, and I'm going to play a tune from Marcus here right now. This is on the YouTubes, and then we've got a slaps track, and we'll talk about our friends at DistroKid because they are so kind for sponsoring this show. They've been doing it for over a year now, and it just goes to show how much they genuinely care about independent music, that they would sponsor a show like this. Sure, it's a commercial thing as well. They want me to tell you how good DistroKid are, but I've been doing it for 2 years since before they sponsored any of my videos. So yeah, go and check out DistroKid. But this one is Callisto, a melodic creative guitarist. And this is Marcus. He says, a new instrumental from me, not much to say about it. Hope you will like it. Well, if it's if previous experience is anything to go on, I think we will. Marcus Cannell, Callisto on Your Music Live. How cool is that? Too cool for school. Very nicely done again from our friend Marcus Cannell. Love seeing the behind the scenes too, Marcus. More of that, my friend. That was awesome. So I saw you using obviously GarageBand there on iOS, the Lembrini 8180, which is an epic amp sim, and yeah, guitar must have been smoking after that one was recorded. Yeah, an anthem track. And you know what? If there's anyone else that should be teaming up with other folks, not that Marcus Cannell's instrumentals don't stand on their own, but yeah, how cool would like some epic like 80s style Waylon vocals over the top of a Marcus Cannell guitar song be? I think so. That's just me. Alrighty. So once again, you would have seen before that, you know, SoundCloud, you know, you have a limited amount that you can upload and you get ads and there's other problems with it. But a platform that I want to draw your attention to that is from our friends at DistroKid here is called slaps.com. And it's kind of DistroKid light. If you're not quite ready to commit to the, you know, it's $19.99 per year. it's actually not that much of a commitment. But if you're not quite ready, jump onto slaps.com, because even if you're not a DistroKid user, you can sign up for a free account. You can listen to other people's music. You can upload and post your own music. You can interact. It's like a music discovery service. Think of it like an offline version of this show that you can access 24/7, and you can discover some amazing musical talents. And that's exactly what I did this week, because I was trawling through trawling through slaps.com, and I came across this artist called Jazz on the Beach. And this is a track called Live, or is it Live? You never know when it's that. And I heard this song and I'm like, that is some cool stuff. So I reached out and said, hey, if you want to ever submit for YML, let me know. And they did, and the rest is history. So they say this song is based on the hook of a song I made a few years back with a friend, where the hook of the song was Live Young. There you go. Live young to be respected. This inspired me to remake the beat with a more soulful rhythm and a cool bounce and cool bass line. The lyrics are intentionally simple, but intended to have a calming message. The message drawn from a Christian point of view, with the messages such as honor your mother and father, love your neighbor and love yourself, being truthful, etc. These being the simplest requirements of living a happy life. And you know what? I don't care what faith or denomination you are from. I say at the end of every show, look after yourself, look after each other. It's kind of fundamental, folks. I don't think that's a secular thing. I think that's just a thing, right? That we should all be aiming for. Anyway, this is Jazz on the Beat, and this is Live on Your Music Live.
To neighbors, the fruits of your labor, your promise to Jesus, a truthful believer. Live as young as you are. Come on, to love who you are. Live as young as you are. Come on, just live who you are. Live as young as you are. Just love who you are. Love one another, be with wisdom and care. Love and honor your father, do the best that you can. Compassion to neighbors, the fruit of your labor, your promise to Jesus. It's just a believer, come on and live yours. As young as you are.
Jazz on the Beat there with Live here on Your Music Live. Yeah, how cool are those vocals? How smooth is that? Yeah, little Marvin Gaye going on there. Yeah, I hear it. I dig it. Yeah, really, really cool song, nicely produced, and again, shared for free using slaps.com. And the cool thing about Slaps is it's because it's like a gateway into the thing. You can see here, this tune's available on Spotify and Apple Music, and you can put those links. So you can share it here on Slaps, and then when you go down to the description afterwards and check out the links to all these songs, you can listen to it on Slaps here, and then you can hit the button there, jump straight over to Spotify, and you can discover more music that way. Very, very cool stuff. And thank you again to DistroKid for helping us out and keeping the lights on here at Studio Live today. DistroKid, by the way, if you haven't used them before, I'll give you a quick look at the interface here. Once again, use the link up above, save yourself 7% off your first year. Here's all the songs that I've released, all the albums, all the singles, because the cool thing is for one low yearly fee from $19.99 per year, you can release an unlimited amount of songs, EPs, and albums. I'm using the Musician Plus plan, which is actually $35.99 per year, and that gives you some additional perks. That lets you set the release date. That's super important if you're promoting your song or you want to get your song onto playlists and the like. So when you come in here into upload, there's a few additional things you can get. So your base package, you can release it and Distro can get it out there as quickly as possible. And it's literally like 3 to 5 days, usually up to about a week. Your songs are out there on most of the platforms by then. But you can come in here, you can set everything there, you can set your release date here, you can even name your record label if you've got the Musician Plus plan. You upload your album art, you give your track a title, and then you upload your file, and then you tell it who wrote it, whether it's clean or dirty, and what price you want to set it at, and then you hit the button, and boom, it goes away and it uploads, and you can get your music out there onto all of the places. And once again, it's a cool service, and we thank DistroKid for their support. Let's grab our next tune. This is from an artist called Taryn, who says, I wrote this song in GarageBand. The song is for anyone who's struggling, so it's not dedicated towards one specific person. Well, all of us are struggling at different times, and especially in the last couple of years. It's weird. I've been saying, in the last couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years. Yeah, there's been some challenges. There's been some reasons to be challenged, but that doesn't mean that we can't push through those challenges and still do good things and, of course, make good music. And that is what Taryn has done here with a little ditty called Cigarette Man. We're going to listen to it right here, right now on Your Music Live.
Didn't know you smoked cigarettes and stayed up all night. I analyze your eyes in the moonlight. Stand here with me, don't be afraid to show all of your sides.
How many of you will be jumping down in the description and grabbing that link and going over and checking out the other work of Taryn over there? I know that I will be, because I already have been. So I recommend that you do the same. And just a reminder on that is that if you're new to this show, because I know we've had a bunch of folks that have joined the community over the last few months, the reason we only play sort of 1 to 2 minutes is a couple of things. We can get through way more songs, so we've only got 2 hours here. That's what I limit myself to on this show, around about 2 hours, so we can play a whole bunch more of your music. And we can also means that you won't hear the whole song. It gives you that little bit of incentive to go over and listen to the whole thing on the original artist channel. And that's the whole point of this, is to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to have their songs heard. And then the stuff you dig, it's like I've always said, it's the Whitlam sampler. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and you won't like them all. Sometimes you get something and you're like, that's a sour quince log. I don't want that. And that's cool. Someone else might go, quince, my favourite. So, yeah, there's something there for everyone. For me, it is a Turkish delight. And that one was a delicious chocolate-covered Turkish delight, in my humble opinion. All right, let's grab another tune here. This one is from Oski. So this is my ignorance. It's the O with the line through it. So I'm assuming it's to Oski, and it's Arizona. And they say, went to Arizona for vacation, ended up having a depressive episode, and wrote this song and recorded it in the hotel room, coming out soon. All right, let's jump over here to the Cloud of Sounds and take a listen to this one. This is Oski with Arizona on Your Music Live.
Cupid's arrow pierced my heart like the Arizona sun. Purple cactus lilac, stab me till I'm numb. Play I'm off of vibing, locked into her eyes. Baby, I need silence, promise through my mind. Ruby red rock on her finger like Sedona. Baby, I just clear my thoughts of marijuana. Tumble through the ways of you to hold if you wanna. Balance in my cheek, try to piece that Dalai Lama. I've been taking it so hard. Oh, I need a fresh start. Baby, no, I never mean the last shot. I hope you don't take it too hard. I know we gon' make it to Mars. I'm praying, don't throw me to the Lobos. Baby, see right through my facade. Should always see right through my facade. Cupid's arrow pierced my heart like the Arizona sun. Purple cactus lilac, stab me till I'm numb. Play I'm off of vibing, locked into her eyes. Baby, I need silence, promise through my mind. Ruby red rock on her finger like Sedona. Baby, I just clear my thoughts of marijuana. Tumble through the ways of you to hold if you wanna. Balance in my cheek, try to piece that Dalai Lama.
There you go, Oski with Arizona here on Your Music Live. Very, very cool vibe and track. And you look, as much as it sucks to have depressive episodes and to have things go on in your life, if you can get something out of it, if you can come back and write yourself a song, it can do two things. It can be cathartic for you. It can help you get over whatever experience you've had, and then you get to share stuff with other people, with the rest of the world. So it is very darn cool. Hey, Lady Rhode Line Straight. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I hope you are doing well, my friend. We haven't heard you on the show for a long time. We need a submission. And if you want to submit some tunes, then go ahead and use the link down in the description, studiolivetoday.com/YML. And you too can be considered for a future show. We would love to hear from you. Speaking of people we'd love to hear from, and we haven't heard from a while, it's our buddy Rudy. Rudy, what's that? Rudy, I can't get the melody in my head, but a message to you, Rudy. It was by the Specials, I think, an old like ska song from the 70s or 80s. Yeah, anyway, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about R times 2, Rudy. And he says, finished this track a few days later. A pelican gave me an awesome flyby, and though I thought it fit the vibe of the track. Everything recorded using my iPad Air 4 using the iRig HD2. Track was mastered in Grand Finale. Thanks for playing. From Rudy. Well, here's a message to you, Rudy. We're going to play it right here, right now. Your Music Live, R times 2, taking flight on Your Music Live. You know that thing I said before where we get just to the point where you're just like, it's building, it's building, it's building, and then Johns turns it down and you're like, dude, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, if you want to hear the climax of that track, you just have to go over to Rudy's page. Go just check out R times 2 on the YouTubes, and you'll be able to check out that tune and everything else that Rudy's got going on over there. I like that we go from Arizona to Florida. We're doing like a we're doing like a southeast kind of tour. We just need to go up the coast now. Should we go up to like New York? I'm trying to get my my US geography going on. Right, dude? But cool. If you go over again, if you go down to the description, I've done all the hard work for you. I've pulled out all of the tracks. I've grabbed the links and I've thrown them all there. So you got yourself a smorgasbord or a buffet of epic tunes that you can listen to, including this next one, because we're going to keep cracking on here. We've got like 35 tunes to get through tonight. And when I say get through, I mean in a good way, to enjoy. I'm going to stop saying get through. I'm going to start saying we've got 35 tunes to enjoy tonight. So we're going to grab this and take a listen to the one and only Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band, who is a man of few words. He lets his music do the talking. He says, Nightfall in Jeopardy, a tune about the night, falling and being in jeopardy. And I must admit, I do like me some Jeopardy. Not the feeling, the Alex Trebek vehicle. R.I.P. Alex Trebek. Yeah, love me some quiz shows. Let's take a listen to this one, Nightfall in Jeopardy, from Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band. Yeah, definitely a Tubular Bells kind of vibe from there. Very epic. Nightfall in Jeopardy is the perfect name for that one, Michael. Really nicely done. And the cool thing, if you're new to the show and you don't know why all the Z's are there, all the Z's, yeah, that's because it's Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band. And Michael has contributed a bunch of songs. He's an awesome dude, and he's also a patron of mine over at studiolivetoday.com/Patreon. So thank you. There you go. I'll take a great track by Zealand for 1,000. Yeah. What is an epic artist from Canada? There you go. Very good stuff. Let's grab this tune here. This is from an artist. I think we played one of their tunes last week, and I had a tune to play this week, and then I read the description, and I'm like, I think we played that one. So we're going to play this one. It's a song called Today, and they say this is a pure power pop song with a chorus just spontaneously popped into my head while preparing Thanksgiving dinner. I got inspired and wrote, played, produced, and released it all before Christmas as a challenge to see how fast I could do the process from start to finish. It's a sing-along celebration of people finally getting back together after a long time. C-word notwithstanding. It's composed in GarageBand iOS, also using guitar, effect pedals, and vocals. So let's jump on over and take a listen to this one. This is Late Blossom with a tune called Today here on Your Music Live.
tough, sometimes a little rough. Gets to a point where we say, I finally had enough. Scrapped all we planned, couldn't shake each other's hands. Stuck in a holy ride and waiting to land. Oh yeah, today is the day we finally meet. After being so long all apart. Oh yeah, today we will finally take a seat at the same table. It's a brand new start. I've been singing the blues, waiting for some better news. Wanting to get together, options with you to choose. It's gotten old, and now again it's turning cold. Looking for some chance to break free of this mold. Today is the day.
Really cool, really bopping tune, unique vocals, I agree, and the melody and the chord progression and the changes in there, very good, very uplifting song. I like it, Late Blossom, despite the fact that you probably wrote all these songs and then we had the big O, the big O version of the C word. You know what? I'm sticking with it. Keep doing your thing. Hello, Christoph Kramer, by the way. Hello, Lily Pillies. Hello, Kim Harden Hudson. Hello, John W. Adams. Every time I see you, John W. Adams, I think of John Quincy Adding Machine, which was like a name of a robot from Futurama because it was like John Quincy. Anyway, yeah, cool stuff. We've got about 20 minutes left before we have our halftime break, the official toilet break. So you got that to look forward to. But before then, I've got a question for you. Hands up, who likes themselves some metal? Because we've had quite a bit, like we've had some boppy tunes, we've had some vibing tunes, we've had some chill tunes, we've had some great vocals, we've had a lot of cool stuff here on the show. We're lacking a little bit in the way of metal. So we're about to change all that with a band called Wrath of Fate. And they've got a tune called Scale of Mart, and they say, a song about the concept of justice made using some symbols from ancient Egyptian mythology. The album Legal Order was already made with a certain concept. The overall frame looks better when you listen to the other tracks as well, which I recommend you do. We recorded it as a band in our own studio named WOF Records. Although the recordings were finished, it took us 1 year to release the album due to some problems. But no matter what the conditions are, we will always take our music further, which is a great thing to do. So let's jump on over here and take a listen, shall we, to a little bit of metal. This is our friend Hell's Wrath of Fate and Scale of March here on Your Music Live. There is something about a metal song with a complete silence break like that just does it for me. As soon as I heard this song, I'm just like, oh yes. I was like Wayne's World, where it's like looking through the window at the guitar. I'm like, oh yes, it will be mine. I was like, oh yes, this will be on YML. Oh yes. right? How cool. A slab of raw meat. Did you hear the drums? Did you hear those fills? Did you hear the guitars? Did you hear how tight it was? Now, critics of metal will just be like, oh, it's just people just going, rah, 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 rah. It's quite the contrary, in fact. Metal is one of the hardest types of music to play and produce and to make sound good. So, yeah, that was pretty darn good. Yeah, what did I just come into? I know, can't see the name. So that was Wrath of Fate for Scale of Mart was the name of the song. And you can check that one out down in the description. Jump over to slaps.com. You can see there the cool thing about, we talked about it before, slaps.com from our friends at DistroKid. You can throw fire. You got up to 50 bits of fire to throw on tracks if you think they're cool. You can hit the save button to save it into your saved files, and you can even come down here and comment. So we're going to come down here and say, just played this on YML. Everyone really dug it. Because you did. Based on your comments, everyone did really dig it. So yeah, very cool to have slaps.com. And again, thank you to DistroKid for being on board, for helping bring the awesome here. Speaking of the awesome, someone who is awesome and is producing some great music is the mysterious, the wonderful Wi-Fi. And this week we got Wi-Fi, aka Rapfire. So we're going to go from Rapfire. We're going to go from some metal to a little bit of rap and goodness here. So Rapfire is back at it again with a little modern hip hop vibe. If you like basketball, who likes basketball? I like basketball. Then this one is for you. Kick back, relax, ball up some paper. There you go. Shoot a garbage pail 3-pointer and chill to the latest Wi-Fi track called Bang Bang. Is this the follow-up to Swish Swish? Bang Bang Clang? No. Let's take a listen to this one. Wi-Fi, aka Rapfire, with a little bit of Bang Bang on Your Music Live.
Bang bang. 1-827-3645. Bang bang. Green. Double OT.5 on the clock. Ay. Bang bang. Gang gang. 28 feet with the step back buzzer beater. 3-1 deficit. Championship DNA. Game 7, one shot. Rather double make the pass to MVP. Malone in the posty fade away. Me mug cookies at the fast break. Post up shimmy in the fade fade. One and done, a one-on-one go number 1A. Bang bang, green, double OT.5 on the clock. Ay. Bang bang, gang gang. 28 feet with the step back buzzer beater. 3-1 deficit. Championship DNA. Game 7, one shot. Rather double make the pass to MVP. 1-827-3645. One and done, a one-on-one go number 1A. 1-827-3645. One and done, a one-on-one go number 1A. Malone in the posty fade away. Me mug cookies at the fast break. Post up shimmy in the fade fade. One and done, a one-on-one go number 1A. Bang bang, green, double OT.5 on the clock. Ay. Bang bang, gang gang. 28 feet with the step back buzzer beater. 3-1 deficit. Championship DNA. Game 7, one shot. Rather double make the pass to MVP.
A little bit of Wi-Fi, aka Rapfire, for your ear holes here on Your Music Live. And look, I used to love me some basketball. Used to be a big basketball fan. Don't watch it or follow it as much these days. Much more of an ice hockey fan. So if you could do a follow-up to that Wi-Fi called High Stick. It's like / just being hit with a stick. Got my chicklets spitting on the ice. I'm going to go and score a goal. Light the lamp. Yeah? Sorry. Sometimes I can't resist. I didn't get much sleep last night, just quietly. So I think I'm holding it together remarkably well, considering I'm on about 3 or 4 hours sleep. No real reason, just, lots of stuff going on. Too much stuff to do. Sometimes where your brain starts ticking and then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have had that last, that coffee at 8 o'clock. And then you're just like, oh, just rolling around. Anyway, you don't need to hear about my concerns. But let's go on and grab something that's going to be very different to that one. If you're here, if it's your first time here, you're like, well, what genre does Pete play? And the question isn't what genre does Pete play, it's what genre doesn't Pete play, because I play everything, my friends, and including A little bit of Joe and Barry Glenn. It's been too long between drinks for Joe and Barry Glenn here on Your Music Live. So we're going to play one of their tunes. They say, our latest Lindy Lou, a rather sweet love lament song. Just had to add some verses to turn into a love lost, hate, revenge, murder, hanging ballad. Hope you like it. Well, that's a bit intense. Let's jump over and take a listen to this one. The one and only Joe and Barry Glenn with Lindy Lou on Your Music Live.
Round and round, my Lindy Lou, oh Lindy, I love you. So my Lindy from afar, gliding softly across the floor, eyes so blue and her smiling brightly, step into the band so lightly. I stepped up to her so shyly, I looked upon that face so lovely. We danced as the fiddle played our tune, a dance that would end all too soon. Lindy, Lindy, dance with me. Lindy, Lindy, 1, 2, 3. Round and round, my Lindy Lou, ah Lindy, I love you. The dance is over and she turns away, for she is promised to another swain, with a fine house and fortune and fame, and I not a penny to my name.
Broke. Love it. Love the video. Love what's going on there. But if you want to know what happens in the end, yes, this does have different time signatures, different tempos, a lot going on in that one, Joe and Barry. And if anyone, assuming you're still using GarageBand, if anyone's tried to use multiple time signatures and multiple tempos in GarageBand, not an easy thing to do. You kind of have to abandon the old grid and just go with it. So very well done. Yes, you will have to go and watch the rest. I know. People don't like it when I cut off a song halfway through, but it just gives you all the incentive to jump on over and check out the full version, which I highly recommend you do of all the tunes. Anything you dig here today, go and check out the full version by jumping down into the description after the show. We've got our next one. This is Bargo, and they've said pronounced Bargo. Which is always good when I get the phonetic pronunciation. This is a very special and personal song to me. It features my dad on accordion, who passed away in 2019. Sorry to hear. Working the arrangement after he passed was a challenge, but became therapeutic for me while mourning his loss. Love him, love the song, miss you, Dad. You can listen to Shades on my debut EP. What do you say? I love the name. That's a cool name for an EP. What do you say? So let's jump over here and listen to this one. This is from the EP What Do You Say? And this is Bargo on Your Music Live. I think the first time we've played them. Let's give it a spin.
Now it's time for bed. Heavy pain instead. Rest your sleepy head. I must go, you said. Didn't know it then. I dreamed in shades of red. Oh.
Very, very cool. And I highly recommend you get yourself over and check out the entire EP. And congratulations on the release. Finally getting his stuff out there. Our friend Musible Smoke there. Bargo. I'll have to chat to you about the name and where that came from. But very, very cool stuff. Thank you for sharing. Remember, sharing is caring and Sharon is Karen. So if you do dig what you're hearing here today, thumbs up always helps. Hit the share button too. Let someone else know about Your Music Live, because there's a lot of good music here and a lot of it needs to be shared with other folks. So we would love to be able to have more people here, more people in the community. It's only going to be a good thing. And again, thank you to our friends at Distro Kid, who I know our friend Musical Smoke got their music released through just recently, which is very, very cool. Finally, you're finally out there. I can stream your stuff. All right, let's grab our next tune. This is from the one and only. He's everyone's papa. He's Papa Tom. He's Tom Carrera. And he said, inspired by long conversations with my guitar, George, about love, life, challenges and decisions. True story. I dreamt this song. I woke up, wrote it down and went back to sleep. The next morning, I looked at my notes and thought, who wrote this gibberish? It took 2 days to translate my own notes. I guess George wrote the song for me. I like that your guitar's George. Mine's called Martin. No, it's Mark. Sorry, Mark. Because it's a Taylor. Mark Taylor, cricket player. Don't worry. It's fine. But let's take a listen to this one. The one and only Papa Tom Carrera. Me and George on Your Music Live.
Me and George, we'd sit by the river and we'd sing to you, la-di-dum-di-da. Sit and stare just a bit by the river, it sounds so true. It sounds so true. On a cold December day, sometimes I feel this way. Sitting here just thinking only of you. Only of you. Keeping it all while I hide, running away from everything I knew, keeping it straight the way life should be, and I'm holding my arms out to you.
The one and only Papa Tom there. Yeah, I like the strings. I like the background strings. I like the guitar. Yeah, I'd like George to write songs for me too. Very well done. Good stuff. Arnie G, I've got about 20 years ahead of me before I can play like that. Yeah, but just keep doing your thing. Keep trying, keep playing, keep practicing. It's what I tell my children. They've just got a bit longer time frame. They're just like, oh, I'll never be able to do blah. And I'm like, you're 10 and 12. You got all the time in the world. Yeah, very, very cool there from the one and only Papa Tom. Thank you for sharing. Are there any Russ 8889 fans that happen to be present here today? Because Russ is someone who we hear from very often, but that doesn't mean that the quality is any less. Spider trigger warning on this one. The first little bit, the first sort of 5-10 seconds has a spider. I know some people are very sensitive to that. Anyway, Russ says, hello, Pete. Hello, Russ. My latest track on my channel, which blends two styles together using some sounds from Spider... Hang on, what does it say? Spider Rice, to whom this track I've dedicated to, mastered by Jade Star. Spider Simidus. All right, hence the spider, I guess. Let's take a listen to this one, shall we? This is called Spider Rise, and it's Russ 8889 on Your Music Live. Don't you love it? Don't you love it when a plan comes together once again? Yeah, love the change up, love the variety, love not knowing what to expect or what you're going to hear next. And that's what you get with Russ 8889. Those drums are lightning. It's a grease to lightning. All right, it is time. It is time for our toilet break. Now, I'm going to delve into the archives for today's toilet break. Because yesterday I had some friends over and we had some dinner, and then we were sitting down and we were listening to some music. So when I listen to music, I just throw YouTube on, and embarrassingly on my channel, on my YouTube that we were showing on the screen, there was my stuff, and they happened to see an acoustic cover of a song called Chop Suey by System of a Down, and they're like, oh, could you play that? We have to hear you play Chop Suey. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I played them me playing Chop Suey. And I said, actually, there's an interesting story behind this. The reason I'm playing an acoustic cover of Chop Suey by System of a Down is that Gary Hubbs dared me to. Every week I would do a request show on the happy hour. And every week I'd say, oh, what songs do people want to hear on this week's request show? And Gary Hubbs, without fail, would say System of a Down, Chop Suey, as a joke. And so eventually I said, right, I'm learning it, and then I'm going to play it. Now, don't get too excited because I'm not going to play my System of a Down cover. What happened then is that I said to Gary, okay, I'll play this, but then if I do an acoustic cover of System of a Down, you then have to do a metal cover of a song of my choosing. And some of the options that we had were, I think it was Barbie Girl by Aqua, it was like Mbop by Hanson or something like that, and it was this song. It was Ice, Ice, Baby by Vanilla Ice. And to say that Gary Hubbs hit it out of the park with this one would be an understatement. It's from back in the bygone era of 2020, and I know many of you have heard this before, but I think you want to hear it again. And if you haven't heard it before, you're in for a treat. This is the coolest, the best version of Ice Ice Baby you're ever going to hear. It is the one and only Gary Hubbs, Ice Ice Baby, for the toilet break here on Your Music Live. I'll see you in about 4 minutes.
Yo, VIP, let's kick it! Alright, stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax it up like a candle. Dance! You should the speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like poisonous mushrooms. Deadly! When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gangway. Better hit bullseye, the kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves. Pressure! Pushing down on me. Pushing down on you. No man asked for. Under pressure, that burns a building down, splits a family in two, puts people on the streets. Now that the party is jumping, with the bass kicked in and the Vegas start pumping, quick to the point, no faking, cooking MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them, get quick and nibble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat, with a souped up tempo. I'm on the roll, time to go solo. Rolling! I'm 5.0 with the rag top down so my hair can flow. Curly's on standby, waiting to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove by, kept on. We swing to the next stop. I bust a left and I'm heading to the next block. The block is dead, Joe, so I continue to A1A! Beachfront Avenue! Girls were hot, wearing less than bikinis. Rockman lovers, driving Lamborghinis. Jealous, cause I'm out getting mine. Shay with a gauge and Vanilla with a 9. Ready for the chumps on the wall. Chumps acting ill cause they're full of 8 balls. Gunshot rang out like a bell. I grabbed my 9, all I heard was shells. Boing! On the concrete real fast, jumped to my car, slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, the avenue's packed. Trying to get away before the jack is jacked. Police on the scene, you know what I mean? Pass me up, confronting all the dope fiends. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out my hook while the DJ revolves it. Instead of knowing what the world is about, watching some good friends scream, let me out! Tomorrow, let it be harder. Pressure on people on streets. Take heed, cause I'm a lyrical chemical spill. These old rhymes you can envision and feel. Conducted and form, it's a hell of a concept. We make it hype, and you wanna step with this. Shape plays on the feet, slice like a ninja, cut like a razor blade so fast. Other teachers say, damn, rhyme was a drug, I would sell it by the gram. Keep my composure when it's time to get loose. Magnetized by the mic while I kick my juice. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Break it! Insanity laughs under pressure and breaking.
How good is Gary Huffs with a little bit of Ice Ice Baby? And there's something like Gary did explain it. We did an interview after the release of that song, and there's something like 10 different songs hidden in there. So you would have heard a few in there, obviously. Mashing up Under Pressure with Ice Ice Baby is pretty cool. But then there was the Immigrant song, the Led Zepp one at the end there. There's a Sweet Child of Mine lead riff that was thrown in there for a bit of fun. I thought we have to play that today. The last part of that story I was telling about yesterday was after I played mine. I'm like, okay, so you have to hear the final result. And they were like, so you just basically half-assed learned a System of a Down song and played it for 2 minutes, and then Gary produced that as a response. I'm like, yeah, I know. I feel bad about it too. Alrighty, let's grab some more music, shall we? Because we've got another whole half of music to go. We've got another hour's worth of epic tunes for your ear holes, and we're going to jump over to the. Is this the Cloud of Sounds? No, this is to This is to the YouTubes. And we're going to grab this tune from Robbie Maroon, or Marone, depending where you are. And he's got a tune called Take a Bow, which is a tribute to Prince. He says, from my new album, Reckoning, coming out later this year, this track is a tribute song to Prince, recorded in Cakewalk. Mike from Creative Source would be proud. A bit of Cakewalk action here. For Your Music Live, we don't get a lot of cakewalkers around here, but we do welcome all comers. Let's take a listen to this one. Robbie Maroon with Take a Bow on Your Music Live. How cool is that one? Yeah, a little bit of a tribute to the purple one, Prince. And look, like a lot of these, lot of artists from the past, Prince didn't have the greatest reputation in terms of being the nicest dude all the time. But you really can't argue with the talent and the music that he produced there. And compared to other people of his era who potentially, allegedly, did some other things that were much worse, telling people that they're not allowed to look him in the eye when they meet him in the studio is probably not the worst thing in the world. Anyway, very, very cool song. Robbie Maroon with your tribute to Prince. Take a bow. Let's grab our next tune here. This is from Mr. Dale OG, who says, I made this just fooling around with GarageBand and iOS back in 2017. I was headed to a party spot called Pianos in NYC. Had to take the train to get there. This is pure emotion for me. So we got some pianos, and what does that say? Low train. This is Mr. Dale OG. I like the album artwork there. Yeah. Let's take a listen to this one. Pianos on Your Music Live. Very nice. I love it when we hear tunes like this, that you can hear that it was a simple idea, it was a concept, put it together in the band of garages and did their thing. So very good stuff. Thank you for sharing. Let's jump back over to the Cloud of Sounds and play a back-to-back cloud. In fact, we've got 3 in a row from the Cloud of Sounds. And don't forget, you can also use our friend DistroKid. They've got slaps.com, which is a very cool alternative to the SoundCloud if you want something a bit different. Let's take a listen to this one. This is from Golix, who says, just found this beat on YouTube, put it into FL Studio and freestyled the whole thing. Well, let's take a listen here. Hopefully we don't get any, hopefully we don't get copyright claims. We get copyright claims every week, but as long as we don't get copyright strikes, then we're all good. So let's take a listen to this one. It's called It Snows from Golix on Your Music Live.
She said, on my death wish, I should go die restless. I'm not gonna go out. I know that I'm cold now. 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 I know. Girl, you know that I'm so cold. Don't you know it's getting old? I'm cold. It snows. It snows. It snows. I'm cold. It snows. It snows. Girl, you know that
There's a band that reminds me of da 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 da. Is it Blink 182? Like it's got a little bit of that post punk kind of sound to it, but very very cool. And yeah, again, good use of the tune of autos because auto tune is not everyone's cup of tea, but sometimes you can use it effectively, and it works well in my humble opinion. But your opinion may vary, and that's cool. That's the good thing about music. I was chatting with people yesterday, so I've got a brain full of ideas and thoughts, which is a rarity sometimes. But I was chatting to people and talking about the fact that there's so much arguing about opinion online, and I'm just over it. If you prefer to use Windows over Mac, then use Windows. If you prefer to use Android or Android over iOS, use Android. If you prefer rap music over rock music, listen to rap music. But just do you. Stay in your lane. Let other people enjoy. Let people like what they like, because you can like what you like. And anyway, I just get a little bit tired of all of the complaining that goes on. It's like, I can't believe you would. Yeah, like as soon as you say I can't believe you would, maybe just scroll past. Maybe just work on it and go, hey, maybe I just need to stick to what I think and what I believe in. Anyway, we got into other conversations about opinions versus facts too, but that's for another time. That's for a rant on the Creator Town Hall. Let's grab this next tune. This is DJ Cardi. She says, "Hey Pete, back with another one. This track." That's not how he talks. Back with another one. This track I was making while reminiscent of an individual. That's all I can say about that. But my favorite part of this is the second break in the drop, kind of being transposed. So I recommend you stick to it and absorb. You may not be disappointed. Sorry, I couldn't quite get all the words in the description there. I think I'm starting to go a bit fuzzy. But let's take a listen to this one. This is DC Indigo White DJ Carti on Your Music Live. Definitely does have a springy feel. It kind of makes you want to, gives you that kind of rhythm all the way through. Very cool. DC Indigo White from DJ Cardi. Yeah, very nice mix. Very solid, very tight mix there from DJ Cardi. Appreciate you, my friend. And yeah, if you're just joining us, a couple of things you need to know. DistroKid are the sponsors of the show. You can use that link there or down in the description to get 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. And if you do want to submit a song for us to consider for a future show, drop it in the link down below. studiolivetoday.com/YML. And I'm a bit of a contrarian, so I would recommend, if you're going to submit something, we play 1 to 2 minutes of each song here. That's just the way we roll. We play 1 or 2 minutes, people get a feel for your song, and then if they want to go check it out, they can. If you include in your description, please play the whole song. I'm probably not going to play it at all. No, I'll play, but it will make me play less of it. I'm kind of weird like that. If you tell me that you want to play, if you want special treatment, you'll get special treatment, but it'll be the flip side. I'll play less of your song, just because I'm a bit of a dick. No. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's like people that come into the chat and they're just like, "Yo, react to my song right now. Play my fire beat right now." And I'm like, dudettes, we got a playlist. We got people that submitted their song. Some people are waiting 3 to 4 weeks to have their song played. Why would I jump in and play someone else's song? Again, I know it's YouTube, but it's not really about you. It's about the community. It's about everybody. All right, rant over. Let's move on. This is a tune over on the slaps.com. So again, slaps.com brought to you by DistroKid, a very, very cool platform. And DistroKid lets you share your music here, and there's no ads, and there's none of that other guff that you get with other places. SoundCloud. So I found this song, I'm sounding like a wanker today. I heard this song and reached out to this artist this week and said, hey, can we play your tune? Because it's just some lo-fi gold. And they did. They shared it with us. So they said, I started messing around with the melody, and when I found the sound to go with it, it instantly clicked. Yeah, well, I agree, because this is a cool tune. This is BHMR and Hymn of Chimes here on Your Music Live. Lo-fi chill goodness here on Your Music Live. BHMR, Hymn of Chimes. Very, very cool. Yeah, I know. Very, very relaxing, very lo-fi beat. Like your logo, Thomas Christ. Looks a little bit like the Port Power logo here, which is a cricket team, or even the Carlton cricket team, football team, or Carlton. Like it looks like the crest of a sports team. Looks very cool. I like it. Yeah, Wi-Fi. Lo-fi is difficult to do, and I've tried it. And you think it would be simple, but to get a sound that is simple and effective like that, with the cool vibes and the cool clicks and everything, really, really difficult. Yeah, you've got a new listen to it. Exactly. See, Auntie G knows where it's at. When I do my admin, I love a bit of lo-fi. I love just something that just has a cool kind of groove that I can have on the background while I do my my emails and my bill pays and all the rest of that fun stuff that comes with life. I need to hire an assistant just to do the stuff I don't want to do. But then when would I listen to lo-fi? So yeah, maybe it all works out. All right, Stephen Galente. Is there a Stephen Galente in the house? He says, Erandel, ancient god of light, still celebrated on many planets. Enjoy the festivities. 100% Nano Studio 2 synths used, Obsidian, Slate, and a little Synth Master 2. So let's take a listen to this one, shall we? This is Stephen Galente and Feast of Erandel on Your Music Live. definitely nice video game style vibes there from our friend Feast of Irandel. And yes, I didn't mention it. I wasn't going to jinx it, but we've lasted an hour and a half without having any problems here. And looks like it's just hit the wall where it said, no, we don't want you to be broadcasting anymore, Johns. You've had quite enough of that time. We thought we had vanquished the gremlins, the demons, but it appears that they are back, at least for a little while. So we're just going to chill here for a minute. Sometimes it fixes itself, and sometimes we're back. So my apologies to Stephen Galente, but it just means that you should jump over and check it out. We're back now, so it has rectified itself. And I knew it would happen because I've been doing streams all week. I've been recording stuff all week, have not had a single glitch, and then it went away. So we'll just continue on here. I'm just going to throw myself off. See ya, and then jump back on here. So just bear with me for one moment and we'll be... Boom, and we're back. Yeah, good old Aussie internet indeed. There you go. I can see clear and now the rain has gone. I know. And they told me to clear my cache. And I cleared my cache and my cache was looking okay. And then, there you go. It happens. It happens. We'll roll with it. But yes, do go and check out Stephen Galente because he does some amazing work with the synths and with the sounds and with the things that he does over there. So thank you, Stephen, for sharing. Sharing is caring. If you're having fun here, despite the fact that I just turned into a bit of a pixelated monster, then you can hit the thumbs up button. That's a cool thing to do. Yeah. Alrighty, we'll keep trying. We'll keep moving along here. Oh no, we've got the cloud of sounds. It's playing. We're playing this. We're trying to play this Rick Rowan sound. And then it's playing me an ad. So we're just going to wait for this ad. We'll reset the Kajigga here, and we'll come back on over to this one, and we will play this tune. So it's called I Can't Pretend Anymore. And about it, Rick says, yet another melancholy song in a series of melancholy songs I've written. First, I did a solo piano version. Then I took it to the studio and fleshed it out a little. This is the fleshed out version. I'm still not sure which version I prefer. Well, you can help us out here. You can help out Rick Rowan and see what you think. This is Rick Rowan, I Can't Pretend Anymore on Your Music Live. Very cool. Very kind of like 80s lounge band kind of sound there from Rick Rowan. Lovely instrumental. Nice and smooth. Yeah. Reminds me, yeah, out shopping. Remember in the 80s? Not to say it's elevator music. That makes it sound bad. But just that sort of laid back, chilled, jazzy versions of things. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from there. Very, very cool. Very lovely indeed. Classic instrumental ballad. Ballad. Let's stay on the cloud of sounds because that one seemed to work okay. And grab this tune from Nahal Mabanka, who says, "Hey Pete, how you doing?" Well, I tried to play with a vocal sample in this one, over which I added the beat or groove. Hope y'all don't get too scared by the intro. Well, that's a good thing to like. How cool is that? I hope you don't get too scared. It's like to saying, "Oh, you better watch out for that first step," and you're thinking, "Oh, what's happening on the first step now?" Now I'm intrigued. So let's take a listen to this one. This is Nahal Mapanka with Afterlife on Your Music Live. Yet another artist where you hit play and you never quite know what you're going to hear. But Nahal Mapanka does a great job at bringing together some interesting sounds, to say the least. But another great job there. And do go over to the Cloud of Sounds and check out those artists. All right, let's roll the dice back over here on the YouTubes again, shall we? And see if we can play this tune. Now, this is a band that we have not heard from for a hot minute, for a little while. We've played a few songs of theirs in the past, but this is the Sonic Dream Believers, who say, "Nothing But Time for You" originated when I was trying to butter up my wife, and I said, "Honey, I've got nothing but time for you," after she asked me to do something. I thought that would be a good title for a song. It is. So I mentioned it to lyricist Kevin Troutman, who came back with this beautiful lyric. So I was obliged to put it to a tune. I think it would make a good Valentine Day song if you could play through to about 1 minute 40. That will get to the bridge. Take it to the bridge. We can play to 1 minute 40. I reckon we got time to squeeze in 1 minute 40. All right, let's take a listen to this one. This is our friends, the Sonic Dream Believers, with Nothing But Time for You. Your Music Live.
My love will last at least as long as the stars offer clues. I told the stars to take their time, 'cause we got things to do. A black hole takes it all. Everything just disappears, and even time does too. So I'm holding on to you, and now, my love, I've got nothing but time. Slow down, my love, I've got nothing but time. Nothing but time for you. Nothing plus nothing is turning into something that's making life fresh and new. I've got nothing but time. Nothing but time for you. Theory and observation, oh, they very rarely agree. They're meant to prove each other, but you can't prove that. Oh, you can't prove that by me. To glimpse the night's bright sky is a look at time gone by.
Very much a 50s kind of doo-wop kind of vibe to that one. Very, very cool indeed. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. Don't forget that, folks. If you do dig the tunes that you hear today, a couple of things you can do. You can support our sponsors by using that link there or down in the description. You can also head over to studiolivetoday.com/YML. Submit your own tune for future consideration and support the artists that support this show by jumping in the description after the show, checking out all the links, going and checking them out. And apologies to those that we're not going to be able to play here today because we had so many submissions yet again that we just can't get to them all. And we're back to being a couple of weeks behind. So I apologize for that. It is what it is, and we will try to play as many songs as we can each week. It's why we kind of fly through and play only 1 to 2 minutes of each song. We're going to play an artist that we have not played before. They say this song is about being yourself from pains from the past. It is called Not Cliche at All, is the name of the band, and it is No More Pain. And look, there's some flashing lights in this one, so they have very wisely put an epilepsy warning up front. So next 1.5 to 2 minutes, if you have problems with with some flashing lights, then please do look away for the next about 2 minutes, and we'll be back. So this is Not Cliche at All, No More Pain on Your Music Live.
You guys don't talk to yourself? I talk to myself all shit. I talk to myself all the fucking time. I think I'm fucking hilarious. I don't care. No, I don't know. I haven't slept in like 48 hours, some shit. I don't know, man. I thought it was
I feel so fucking insane. My friends are worried for my brain cells. Freezing if my mind is strange. I'm okay, I feed myself, yes. Breakfast smells like something clean. Throw more glitter on my face. This is how I start my day. Please, no more
Very nicely done. Yeah, I must admit, I'm not usually susceptible to flashing lights either, but yeah, I that was about enough. That was about as much as I could I could look at there. But yeah, really cool. I like it. And by the way, the what is it? Not offensive language. What do they say? What's that little tag that they put on the things? Explicit lyric warning on the previous song. But very cool. I like it. The little sample there at the start really kicked things off well, I think. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. Not cliche at all. Look, I'm gonna sub them up, folks. I'm gonna throw them a subscription there over on the YouTube channel because I want to hear more music from that band. They seem like they're awesome. Speaking of awesome bands, we're going to go over to slaps.com one more time here because, again, slaps.com, wonderful platform from our friends at DistroKid, and one of the bands that I dig the most over on slaps.com, and I've heard a few of their tunes now, and they've got another one to share here today, is called King of Rockets. They say, not really sure what this song is about. I guess it's a snapshot of how I was feeling at the time. Everything you hear is played by myself and was recorded in Propellerhead's Reason, which is very cool. Maybe the only artist we play on this show using Propellerhead's Reason. It's a bit old school, but you know what? Still, old school is still good school. So let's take a listen to this one. King of Rockets and Someone Who Cares on Your Music Live.
things to think about. I wish you'd stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. I wish you'd stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. There's just too many days in a week for me at the moment. Please excuse me, I'm not at my best right now. I am not a team player, but I am someone who cares.
I love the name of the album too from King of Rockers. Look what the monkeys have done. I know, very, very cool. Yeah, cool stuff, cool track, nice changes, nice harmonies. Yeah, the switch up. You got a variety. I mean, you don't have to have variety. Whenever I say you got to have, I just mean that in my opinion, in my experience, it's cool to have some variety in your tracks. And that one definitely got themselves some variety. I like it. I dig it in a big bad way. So King of Rockets, thank you for sharing. All right, we're on the downward stretch. We're on the homeward stretch. We're heading towards our penultimate and ultimate songs, but we still got ourselves a good 5 or 6 tunes left here to play. So don't nobody go nowhere. And we're going to kick into our final section with this one, a band we've never played before. Yeah, we've got a lot of first timers here today, which is very, very cool. Like I say, we love the folks who have been here week after week that are the usual suspects. You guys rock. But it is cool to hear some new stuff, some stuff we've never heard before. And that is the case here with Goodness Dodd. They say one of the songs from my newest album, Goods Ord, or God's World in English. The title track is... I'm going to try this one. Skigans Mystiere, which translates to The Mysteries of the Shadow. The band name translates to The Death of the Gods. So let's take a listen to this one. It is Goodness Dodd, and we're going to take a listen to this one here live on Your Music Live. I'm with you, Mike and Dawn. Yeah, walking down a foggy road in London. Yeah, Jack the Ripper style. It's got a bit of that old world charm, doesn't it? That it's like walking along and then, you know, someone walking in the shadows. Yeah, hello, Kim Hart and Hudson's back again. Love the piano with the distorted guitars. Good and heavy. I'm a piano nerd. Great build. Yeah, epic sound. Savatage had a baby. Nice. I'm an Englishman, but I live in Denmark most of my life. Yeah, so that's the second. Now, I know that the U with the dots is an umlaut because that's a German thing mostly. But the O with the line through it, what is that actually called? From our Scandinavian friends, what is the O with the line? There's a beer here. I can't remember. It's called Trost or something, lager, and it's a Swedish beer, and it has the O with the line. So, don't know where I was going with that. So let's move on. We'll go over to SoundCloud. This is Jose Flores, and Jose has shared a song. Says a song about trying to find happiness, written in 6 hours in GarageBand iOS. Very cool. And we're going to play it here. It is called Take Me Away. And this is... so sometimes I get a different artist name from the actual band name. So Jose Flores, a song about... We'll give it a spin. It's Take Me Away from Lara Z or Lara Z. But it was submitted by Jose Flores. So we'll just hit play and see what happens, shall we? On Your Music Live.
I spend all my time wasted on my days. I tried to find the answer to a better way. I was a dreamer with a full heart. I used to feel my way. Now my heart is empty and I'll never feel the same again. And it's raining now. This day feels very cold. And it's raining now. It's like I've just been told. Take me away to a better place where I'll be happy. Take me away to a better place. Whoa. Take me away to a better place where I'll be happy. Take me away to a better place. Whoa. I spend all my
Very cool. Very well done. For 6 hours. Shush. That's some epic tunish there. Now, I don't normally give feedback. When something jumps out at me and I think it might help the artist, I do. Normally we're just here to kind of just play some music and celebrate and talk about what's good and what's been done well. And that was a good song. Really well produced. Good. I like the guitars. I like the vocals. Did you hear there was a bit of pumping in there? Like when the drums were kicking in, there was a bit of a pumping sound. Now, if that's an effect you're going for, totally cool. More power to you. But what you can usually do is actually turn the volume of everything down in GarageBand, because what it's actually doing, it sounds like when you've exported your track, it has added a limiter. So it's used GarageBand's amazing auto limiting, which does stop it from clipping, but it does give you that pumping at the top end. So just a very little quick tip there, just because I know you use GarageBand, and that might help you with future mixes. But yeah, very, very cool stuff. I dig it. Very, very full and up front. So like, don't lose that. You want that nice full up front mix, but maybe if you just drop it down even like 3 dB, you'll still get that power without it having the problem with the limiting. Let's grab this next tune. Now, it's always special when we get a tune from the one, the only Mike and Dawn Jeunesse, and they say this is a song Mike wrote after a friend from California visited us and we did a tour of NYC. It's a Texas shuffle, rightly called by Ingo. We recorded this on the 16-track Ampex machine that we had at the time. Remember Bertha the RCA Antique? Wow. It has a great sax and guitar solo. I went crazy with LumaFusion story blocks. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for sharing our songs on your platform and with your audience. And that's from Dawn of Mike and Dawn fame. So let's see. Let's give this one a bit of a spin. I'm not sure if we'll get to a sax and a guitar solo, but maybe one will get snuck in here. We'll see how we go. Let's play this song here now. Mike and Dawn Jeunesse. Hey Stevie on Your Music Live. Oh, yeah. Some serious sax, some shredding guitar in there as well. Want to hear the rest? Guess what? You got to go and listen to it. You got to jump over to a YouTube channel there from Dawn and Mike and subscribe to them. Listen to the music. Have some fun. Do your thing over there because they produce some great music. And that one is a bop. That one's a jam. That one's a great, great tune. All right, how are we looking for tunes? We've got 4 to go. I don't know what the words are for 4 to go, but yeah, we'll go a little bit over time here today. I believe Thomas Christ is live afterwards. He usually is. He's a good man. He'll throw his link in the description if he doesn't mind doing that because he's usually live right after this show, this relevant show. Happy Cells says, "Hi Pete. This is a song from an older band I had in the early 2000s. The song is called Not Human Enough. Hope you like it, and thank you very much for what you do. It's a great thing. You are a great person." Well, you're a great person. No, you're a great person. No, yeah. So this is Happy Cells and Not Human Enough or Enoughed. Hang on, let's just say. Yeah, so they've spelled it this way in both. So I'm assuming it's a correct, miscorrect spelling. Not Human Enoughed by Happy Cells on Your Music Live. How good has the quality been this week? Look, I know I say that every week. I know it's very very boring to just say, yeah, it's all good music again here. But again, I'm consistently and continually and I'm just impressed by what I hear because everyone's and here it's more than that. It's more than the quality. It's more than the recording. It's the passion that people are injecting into their tunes that really impresses me. So yes, turn up the volume on that one. Good stuff there from Happy Cells and a real sort of early 2000s kind of vibe in that one. And I know, like, how professional is that? So no wonder Happy Cells is producing some great music now because that's what they were capable of in the past. All right, we've got we're going to jump over here to the sound. Oh, I hit a weird button I hit a smart lookup button in my Excel spreadsheet here. One of these days I will have to do a proper behind the scenes of YML because if you saw all the screens that I had going on here and all of the all of the gymnastics, all of the finger gymnastics I have to do to get everything happening here, it's a little bit weird. Yeah, way better than radio. Totally. Absolutely. It's way better to hang out here and to hear music on Your Music Live than listening to the radio because you get to know the artist. Like on the radio, it's cool and all, but you don't have the artist like right there. And then you can't go follow them and have discussions with them and learn about how they create their music, collaborate with them perhaps. Like it's interactive radio, and I like it. Speaking of liking things, let's grab this track from Exterminator. It's Clockwork, and they say steampunk time-traveling themed sort of song. right? Who's with me? God, my descriptions are exponentially getting worse since my first. I just don't have a story for this one. Just use the cover art as the theme for it. It's exactly what I had in mind when I made it. Okay, well, the cover art is this. Yeah, steampunk time travel. I like it. And it is Clockwork by Exterminator here on Your Music Live. That's actually a good point, Cronksong. What if we just sneak up to here, just so that we can hear a little bit of this? Yeah, let's do it. Whoa. Yeah, right. Excellent sound design. I've got that legitimately put chills up and down my spine because there's something about that that machiney kind of sound, but that old school industrial machine. Yeah, definitely fit. I agree that the song sounds like the artwork looks 100%. So good stuff. I know. I wouldn't want to to be any of you folks over in Europe that are like in the dark at the moment listening to the show, and then you hear a tap on the window, and you're like, who could it be? It's snowing out. No one can get in or out. The call's coming from inside the house. Oh! Did I tell you I'm a little sleep deprived tonight? Yeah, that. All right, let's grab another song here. We're going to go back to slaps. I said we're done with slaps, but no, we're going to grab this tune from Cole in the Clouds. He says, "Hey Pete, this is the final song on my first album, The Awkward Kid. I made this one a couple of years ago, and I still enjoy it today. It was a lot of fun to make. Well, let's hope that it can help us recover from that last creepy song. So let's take a listen to this one. Cole in the Clouds and a ditty called Alone Without You on Your Music Live."
I don't know if it's just me, I feel so alone without you now. I don't know if it's just me or not. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel so alone without you now. I don't know if it's just me or not. Oh, been waiting for too long, and we don't even talk like we used to. I've been waiting for too long for you, Oh, I tried
go. Coal in the Clouds, Alone Without You. Yeah, right? It's pretty cool. I like it. Dig the vocals. Yeah, bit Beach Boys tone. There you go. We had Beatles and Beach Boys as a couple of tones. Very nicely done. Very, very, very nice. I like it. Like the vocal production. Very nicely done. I'm going to sneak in one more song because I forgot to say the word penultimate, and we haven't had enough people that were born in Scotland and raised in Ireland on the show here tonight. So we're going to play this Tony Howie tune because it's also got a really nice landscape that he's put along to go along with the tune. So we're going to play this one. He says, I'm born in Scotland, raised in Ireland, so I thought I'd try something kind of Celtic sounding. So let's take a listen to this, our penultimate song here on Your Music Live. That means second to last. It is Abainin. It's by Tony Howie. Let's take a listen. Your Music Live. Very soothing. Maybe that should have been the ultimate track so that you could all go to bed now. But no, because we got one more song to come. Yeah, Russ. It's got a bit of Russ 88, 89 vibes to it. A little bit of the album Earthworks. Similar sort of vibe to a lot of that stuff. So I dig it. Nicely done. Nicely done to everyone who's been here today. I hope we only had the one little glitch in the transmission. So that's a good thing. Touch wood. That we could get through the last song. I'm slightly sleep deprived, but I think I made sense most of the way through. You can be the judge of that, and I'll watch back afterwards. Thank you to a few people and a few things. Firstly, I'm borrowing this studio from Mike. This is Mike from Creative Sources Studio from about a year ago, and he sent me the picture of it, or I stole the picture of it from somewhere, and I'm using it because it looks better than my studio. I just thought it was cool. Like, he's got his PC that he's built there, his homemade PC. He's running some cakewalk over here on his PC. So yeah, got his KRK rockets, the big boys up there on the stand. So thank you, Mike, for letting me steal your studio, and thank you to Distro Kid. Yay! Can we get a shout out? Can we get some round of applause for Distro Kid? They've been sponsoring this show for over a year now. We couldn't do it without them. It gives me the opportunity to play these songs. I don't have to worry about things like copyright claims because this is not a monetized show, apart from the fact that Distro Kids sponsor it, and I can't do it that way because, as you probably know, on YouTube, it's ad revenue that a lot of YouTube creators and music educators and people like me, that's how we make a few bucks and how we keep the lights on. So because I do this show, because I'm playing other people's music, and any ads that YouTube choose to run, I don't choose to put ads on here, but any ads that YouTube choose to run, any revenue from those goes back to the artists who claim it through YouTube Content ID. So that's kind of the way it should be, and I'm happy with that. But yeah, thank you to Distro Kid who help us out here, and thank you, most importantly, to you, because it is your music live, not my music live, not his or hers or their music live. it is Your Music Live, and it is you folks that actually make it the great show that it is, because it's your music that we play every week. Speaking of DistroKid, on Slaps, I went on a bit of a Slaps rampage this week, which sounds weird when I just say it back to myself. But on Slaps this week, I listened to a bunch of cool songs. And this one, as soon as I heard this song, I was like, this has to be our closer, because it's a topic that I'm passionate about. It's a style of music that I love, and it's a very, very talented artist by the name of Connor Stevens. And he says this is a lyric video made by Connor Stevens. Earth Sick is written and composed by Connor Stevens, which also comes from the album Welcome to Life, engineered and mastered at Bright Lights Studio. So let's take a look and a listen at this one. This is our final song. Feel free to say goodbye to folks. We'll play this one through, and this is Connor Stevens with Earth Sick. See you next time around, folks. Remember, be kind to yourself, kind to others. Keep creating. Catch Thomas Christ live up next. But for now, it is Connor Stevens, Earth Sick, our ultimate song on Your Music Live. Thank you everyone for being here. I'll catch you on another show real soon. We've got the happy hour tomorrow, the flying hour, GarageBand Weekly hitting the airwaves, and then we're finishing off the song that we started last week. That's all coming up here on Studio Live today. Don't forget Thomas Christ up next. Take care everyone. Peace. I'll see you real soon.